You pray, you ask God for forgiveness, but deep down, you feel like He's getting tired of you. Like you've asked too many times. Like you've failed too many times. And at some point, you stop feeling confident when you pray. You hesitate. You overthink your words. You wonder, does this even matter anymore? Is God even still listening to me? And you don't say it out loud, but something in you starts to pull back. Not completely. Just slowly. Quietly. There are things you believe about God, and you don't even realize they're the reason you feel like this. The reason you feel stuck. The reason you keep going in circles. And the dangerous part is, they don't sound like lies. They feel right. They feel honest. They feel like the truth about your situation. But one of them is the reason you keep falling into the same sin, even when you're trying your hardest to change. These thoughts are not loud. They don't come as bold statements. They come as feelings, assumptions, small conclusions you make in your mind without even noticing. And over time, they start shaping how you see God. And how you see God changes how you respond to Him. The first one is this. You mess up and suddenly you don't even want to pray anymore. You still believe in God. You still care. But something inside you says, don't go right now. Because deep down, you feel like He's disappointed in you. Like He's looking at you thinking, again? And that feeling, it's heavy. It makes you avoid Him. It makes you delay prayer. It makes you feel like you need space. So instead of running to Him, you pull away. Just a little, then a little more. And the more you pull away, the harder it feels to come back. But think about this. God is not surprised by your weakness. You didn't catch Him off guard. You didn't suddenly become someone He didn't expect. He already knew every struggle you would face, every moment you would fall, every time you would come back again, and He still chose you. So what you're feeling is not God's reaction to you. It's a lie about how He sees you. Another one you might not notice. You tell yourself, let me get better first, then I'll come back to God. It sounds responsible, it sounds mature, it even sounds spiritual. So you wait. You try to fix your habits, you try to control yourself, you try to become stronger. But deep down, nothing really changes, because you're trying to do alone what you were never meant to do alone. And slowly, you start drifting. Not because you want to leave God, but because you feel like you're not ready for Him yet. But the truth is, you don't come to God cleaned up. You come to Him to be cleaned. If you could fix yourself, you wouldn't need Him. And the longer you stay away, the harder it feels to return. Then there's this one. There are moments you pray and it feels like nothing is there. No peace, no response, no sense of connection, just silence. And at first you ignore it, then you notice it more, then you start to question it. And slowly, a thought forms in your mind, maybe God has stepped away from me. Because if He was here, you would feel something, right? But what if your feelings are not the measure of His presence? What if silence doesn't mean absence? God doesn't move. Every time your emotions change. Just because you don't feel Him doesn't mean He's not there. And if you start believing that He's gone, you'll stop reaching for Him. And that's how distance begins. Not from Him, but from you. Now this next one, this is where it starts getting deeper. You fall into the same sin again, and again, and again. At first, you fight it. Then you feel frustrated. Then you feel tired. And eventually, you start to believe something dangerous. Maybe I'm just not strong enough. So now, it's not just a struggle anymore. It's your identity. You see yourself as weak, you expect to fall, you almost prepare for it. But this isn't just about weakness, because in the moment of temptation, something changes. It doesn't feel wrong anymore. It feels justified, it feels acceptable, it feels like something you need. And in that moment, you're not just acting, you're believing something. And what you believe in that moment decides what you do next. And this leads to the deepest one of all. And this last one, This is the one that quietly sits underneath everything. You don't say it out loud, but deep down, you feel like you're barely accepted. Like God tolerates you, but doesn't really want you. Like you're the one who keeps messing everything up, the one who keeps failing, the one who doesn't measure up. So every time you fall, it confirms what you already feel inside. It reinforces it. It strengthens it. It makes it feel more true. And now, you're not just struggling with sin, you're struggling with how you see yourself in God's eyes. But think about this. If God didn't want you, He wouldn't keep drawing you back. You wouldn't still feel that pull. You wouldn't still feel that conviction. You wouldn't still feel that desire to come closer. That's not rejection, that's pursuit. The problem isn't just the struggle, it's what you believe while you're in the struggle. Because what you believe about God decides whether you run to Him or hide from Him. And most people aren't running away from God because they want to. They're running because they believe something about Him that isn't true. God isn't tired of you. You're just tired of fighting something you were never meant to fight alone. And maybe the real question is not, why do I keep struggling? Maybe the real question is, what have I been believing that's keeping me stuck? Which of these have you been believing without even realizing it?